Dr. Kellen of the Wallach Dominion had dissected over 200 alien species in his lifetime, but never one like him. The human lay unconscious, suspended in a sterile containment field aboard the Dominion research vessel Vethrax. Body had been recovered from a derelict Terran scout ship drifting in the neutral zone charred. Leaking atmosphere, yet his vitals had refused to die at first. Kellogg had believed the human's resilience was a biological fluke. By the end of the first hour, he realized it was something far worse. Containment breach on level 3. The warning had blared. All samples from Subject 47A terminated by host immune response. That was how it started. Nanoprobes dissolved. Viral cultures neutralized in seconds. Synthetic antibodies shredded before replication. Even the ship's automated systems had begun to experience signal interference when they scanned his genome, and then the human woke up. Kellen, clad in 4 layers of bioresistant mesh and neuroshielding, approached him cautiously. The human sat calmly on the med table, cuffed in force-neutral fields, his green eyes tracking every motion like a predator. "I am Dr. Kellen, Chief Biologist of the Dominion Vanguard Fleet," he said carefully in standard trade. "I request to understand your physiology. Your immune system is ... hostile, aggressive. It doesn't defend, it attacks. Why?" The human tilted his head, almost amused. "Because we don't like invaders." Kellan's tendrils twitched in confusion. "Invaders? You were in our space." "Not what I meant," the human replied. "Your tests? Your little machines. Everything you've injected, spliced, scanned, or probed, it all tried to get inside me. My body's not having that." "But it's never been like this," Kellen said, voice strained. "Your cells adapt too fast. Your leukocytes attacked. Our biotech as if it were a living threat. Even passive data gathering triggered a reaction." The human smiled, and it wasn't friendly. "We evolved on a death world," he said. "Our oceans are full of things trying to eat us. Our air carries toxins. Our soil's teeming with predators you can't see. You think your viruses are smart? Ours lie dormant for years, waiting. We've got parasites that rewrite your mind, bacteria that can melt flesh. Evolution didn't give us a choice. We learned to burn anything that's not us down to atoms." Kellen stepped back instinctively. "But this isn't sustainable. Your immune system treats everything as a threat." "Exactly. That's the point." The lights flickered. Kellen turned toward the console. The environmental controls were glitching again. Another system failure? The human asked, still smiling. Kellen narrowed his eyes. "You've done something. Not me," he said. "Your own tech. You tried interfacing with me. Now your ship's trying to interface back." Big mistake. A sharp alarm rang out. One of the lab assistants screamed over the intercom. "Neural drone network is collapsing. Core AI has gone dark." Kellen slapped the cum. "Seal the decks. Isolate the med bay." But it was too late. The med table restraints flickered, died, and the human stepped off like he'd just gotten off a morning massage table. He cracked his neck and looked around. "You know," he said, picking up a surgical tool, "we always wondered why you abducted our scouts. Now I get it. You thought you could tame us. Crack open a few brains, maybe build a weapon. You're making a mistake," Kellen said, voice trembling. "We only wish to learn." The human glanced at the floating holographic display showing a simulation of Terran DNA unraveling under Dominion virus protocols. "Yeah," he said flatly. "That's how every invader talks." Kellogg reached for the emergency sedative, but the human was already in front of him. One swift jab, and the hypo syringe shattered in the human's grip. "You're lucky we didn't come looking for revenge," he said. "We came looking for our people. And what will you do now?" Kellen whispered. The human didn't answer. He walked over to the interface port, tore it open, and shoved his hand, now glowing with pulsing white blue, energy into the Dominion core relay. The ship shuddered. "My immune system doesn't stop at biology anymore," He said quietly, "Our scientists started weaponizing it a decade ago. Self-learning nanic colonies, quantum adaptive T cells, symbiotic AI that rides our bloodstream. That's impossible. You'd be amazed what humans can do when you keep poking them." The med bay doors hissed open behind him. Dominion security stood ready, shock rifles aimed, shields charged. "Stand down," Kellen shouted. "Do not fire." But they didn't need to. The human lifted one hand. Every weapon powered down. Every Dominion helmet went dark. The human didn't even flinch. Then, slowly, he looked back at Kellen one last time. "Next time," he said, "ask first. We don't like invaders."